Hello, I'm Piri. I live at the South Pole. Here are pretty cold temperatures. Interesting facts about penguins. There are 18 species of penguins and they are found in a variety of countries, all the way from Antarctica to the equator, but penguins are also found in South Africa, Chile, Peru, Galapagos Islands, New Zealand, Australia and a number of sub-Antarctic islands. Penguins are very nearly exclusive to the southern hemisphere, but Galapagos penguins live right on the equator and so there are a few penguins living in the northern hemisphere. Emperor penguins are 1.2 meters tall, which makes them the tallest penguin species. The smallest species is the blue penguin, also known as the little penguin or fairy penguin, at just over 0.3 meters tall. Penguins can dive to depths of over 250 meters, although most dives will be within the top 10 meters of water. The deepest dive ever recorded is by a female emperor penguin that dived to 535 meters below the surface. All of the penguin species can hold their breath for as long as 15 minutes. Most species of penguins has lifespan from 15 to 20 years. The fastest species is the genter penguin, which can reach swimming speeds up to 22 miles per hour. Penguins are carnivores. They feed on fish, squid, crabs, krill and other seafood they catch while swimming. During the summer, an active, medium-sized penguin will eat about 2 pounds of food each day, but in the winter they'll eat just a third of that. Penguins can drink salt water as their supraorbital gland filters the salt from their bloodstream. Penguins are sleeping standing up. Penguins are highly social birds. Even at sea, penguins usually swim and feed in groups. Penguins live in large colonies. A penguin's striking coloring is a matter of camouflage. From above, its black back blends into the murky depths of the ocean. From below, its white belly is hidden against the bright surface. Unlike most birds, which lose and replace a few feathers at a time, penguins molt all at once, spending 2 or 3 weeks land-bound as they undergo what is called the catastrophic molt. Penguins are monogamous. They find one partner for all life. Male genter penguins give pebbles to females in order to court them during mating season. If the female accepts the offer, she will take the pebble and add it to her nest. That means that they became one family. Despite their lack of visible ears, penguins have excellent hearing and rely on distinct calls to identify their mates when returning to the crowded breeding grounds. Penguin calls, vocalizations, are individually identifiable, allowing mates to recognize each other and also their chick. This is important because members of a large colony of penguins are nearly indistinguishable by sight. Most species loyal to their exact nesting site, often returning to the same rookery in which they were born. Some species create nests for their eggs out of pebbles and loose feathers. Emperor penguins are an exception. They incubate a single egg each breeding season on the top of their feet. Under a loose fold of skin is a featherless area with a concentration of blood vessels that keeps the egg warm. In some species, it is the male penguin which incubates the eggs while females leave to hunt for weeks at a time. Because of this, pudgy males, with enough fat storage to survive weeks without eating, are most desirable. Penguin parents, both male and female, care for their young for several months until the chicks are strong enough to hunt for food on their own. If a female emperor penguin's baby dies, she will often kidnap an unrelated chick. The first published account of penguins comes from Antonio Pigafetta, who was aboard Ferdinand Magellan's first circumnavigation of the globe in 1520. They spotted the animals near what was probably Punta Tombo in Argentina. He called them strange geese. An earlier, anonymous diary entry from Vasco da Gama's 1497 voyage around the Cape of Good Hope makes mention of flightless birds as large as ducks. Because they aren't used to danger from animals on solid ground, wild penguins exhibit no particular fear of human tourists. Penguins survive because their feathers trap a layer of warm air next to the skin that serves as insulation, especially when they start generating muscular heat by swimming around. Yes, penguins are birds. They have feathers, they lay eggs and they're warm-blooded. They're just seabirds that are very well adapted to their unusual lives, which is why they're so different from other birds. Penguins are the best swimmers of the birds. Penguins do have knees, You just can't see them hidden away under all those fluffy feathers. It's because penguin legs have evolved to help them swim more efficiently, which has resulted in them being set further back on the body than you might expect. That makes walking more difficult, and the classic penguin waddle is the result. The emperor penguin is the only species that spends the harsh Antarctic winter on land. The males protect their eggs from the cold ice by keeping them on their feet. The females are off at sea during much of this time. Emperor penguins are able to cope with this cold as they have the highest density of feathers of any bird species, 100 feathers per square inch. Penguins lose a lot of heat through their feet and flippers, so they have a highly developed vascular system to minimize this heat loss. When the ambient temperature falls below 0°C, a penguin increases the circulation of warm blood to its feet. But, while this prevents the feet from freezing, it also increases the heat loss. To combat this, penguin vascular systems have a counter-current heat exchange system for their extremities. This works by passing warm arterial blood from the body through fine arteries in close contact with veins returning from the feet and flippers. The warm arterial blood is cooled before it reaches the extremities, while the returning blood is warmed before it can chill the body. Penguins have predators, leopard seals, sea lions and orcas, killer whales, also skuas haunted for any young left unattended. Penguins have been the subject of films, such as Happy Feet, Surf's Up and The Penguins of Madagascar. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.